is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another New York Giants video, and it's been a long time, man. It is week one, the NFL. And of course, week one, you don't try to judge any team. You know, there's a whole bunch of teams right now in the NFL that are 1-0, and every fan is thinking, oh yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. Let's calm down and relax. But unless on the other hand, you're like me, who's been a Giants fan his whole life, you know, you've dealt with the ups and downs, and like every other team goes through the NFL. These last several years has been pretty much downs more than anything else for the New York Giants, man. You know, we make key changes throughout the offseason. You know what I mean? We get Abdul Carter as the third pick overall. We come back in, sneak into the first round late on the 25th round. First round, 25th pick. We pick Jackson Dart. Preseason goes through, and you know how it is in preseason. It's just basic defense and basic offenses playing each other. A lot of times you're not even playing first stringers, and you're playing a lot of the second, third, fourth stringers that are trying to make the team. So, you know, you're going to see a lot of basic defenses. You know, the Giants look insanely phenomenal during the preseason, but I'm like, yeah, let's relax. It's just the preseason. I'm back. I'm going to be more making videos, but one thing that has been hindering the New York Giants for the last several years, even after the Super Bowl, people leaving, retiring after that Super Bowl run that Eli Manning and the Giants had in Super Bowl 46, it's been the offensive line. We thought last year they made some strides, literally a lot less sacks than what they did the year prior, which I think they broke the record or they tied it with 85, 86 sacks given up by the offensive line. Horrendous. You know, when everybody's saying Daniel Jones this, Daniel Jones that, I get it. You know, I was just like, look, man, he can't do it under pressure. You know what I mean? It's, you put any quarterback back there, they're not going to succeed. Well, we got firsthand today, week one, against the Washington Commanders, which, by the way, it was 14-6 till late in the fourth. And through midway through the fourth, it was 14-6. We couldn't punch it in. We had plenty of opportunities trying to score on the goal line. We had 2 field goals and then one missed opportunity where we went for it on 4th and goal. We couldn't punch it in. If you're not going to punch it in from the 1, 2, 3 yard line, then what are we doing? Why do you bring Cam Scatterbo, whatever his name is, in the play? He showed some promising through the last game of the preseason and throughout the game where he had his few carries, plays, whatever the case may be. He was doing phenomenal. He looked great. He was hitting people. He wouldn't go down without a fight, but that's besides the point, man. The Giants' offensive line has been a struggle, and when you don't have one of our top left tackles in the league right now, in Andrew Thomas, we're struggling, man. I mean, we're struggling bad. But I thought that I don't even know this guy's name, but the left tackle who we had today come in, he looked really good. He looked pretty well. He only had like a holding penalty, and that was it, and a pressure. If I'm not right or wrong, but whatever the case may be, Giants offensive line had Russell Wilson running for his life. Oh, it's nothing new. Same thing happened to Daniel Jones. Same thing happened to Eli Manning. Every regime we've had here have yet to figure out the offensive line. But none the case, that comes back to Daniel Jones. He had a pretty good game today. I think he has somewhere like 33 fantasy points or something like that. What happens when you have a functional offensive line and some weapons that you can throw to? How decent or good a quarterback can be. But Russell Wilson did what he could, running for his life. The offense left. He said at one point in the fourth quarter, 50% of the dropbacks that Russell Wilson had were pressures. Unreal. He did what he could. He went 17 for 37, 168 yards. He was our leading rusher with 8 carries and 44 yards. We couldn't run the ball today. And when you can't run the ball and the offensive line can't really protect, it's all disaster. You know, Malik Neighbors, 5 catches, 71 yards, but Wan'Dale Robinson is a great spotlight. He was able to get open and make some good plays. It was horrible. 21-6, couldn't get anything done. We had like 2 first downs for a long time. It was bad. You know, 231 total yards. It's not going to get it done, man. The Giants did what they could. Bright spot I saw was a little bit, the pass rush was getting there decently today. Abdul Carter, a half a sack, a block punt. I think it was 5 pressures. I mean, Abdul Carter, as advertised, man, looked pretty good out there. It's probably one of our bright spots today. But, yeah, here we go again, the offensive line. And again, Giants only scoring 6 points. And again, we can't seem to score points. Why? The offensive line cannot pass protect, nor can they even develop and open holes for a running back to be able to get through a lane so he can make some plays. It's horrible. We had like 70-something yards in rushing, things like 74. And Russell Wilson had over half of those rushing yards. Can't do that. And no, don't sit here and say, oh man, we need to have Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is not the answer right now. You put Jackson Dart behind that line, everybody's got to understand that offensive line is not good. You're going to damage psychological psyche of that young man if you put him in that offensive line. Yeah, can he probably be more elusive because he's a lot younger than Russell Wilson? Sure. You've seen what he could do in the preseason. But again, I wouldn't do it. You got to ride with Russell Wilson. You got to find ways to get that offensive line better. I mean, it's the same thing every year that I talk about. Offensive line. Why are we 3-13 or 3-14? You know, oh, yet again, the Giants' offensive line gave up 6 sacks. It's tiring. It's old. Like to see the Giants improve. You know, you would think they're improving, but 6 points is not going to do it. It's the same old Giants. And as long as that offensive line is not in sync or is not pass protecting or just being a functional offensive line. A functional offensive line is being like the 20th offense in the league. You know, between 17 to 20 is a functional offense in the league. That means that you're in the middle of the pack. We can't even do that. We're still struggling on offense. I mean, that line got their ass whooped today. Giants need to figure something out, man. Because Dable's on the hot seat, man. So is Shane. And the Giants need to figure something out quick. This is the 3rd season in a row that the Giants open up their season opener with no touchdowns. 6 points this year, the first game of the season today. Last year against the Vikings, 6 points. That's 2 field goals again. And then the year prior against the Cowboys Sunday night, 0 points. So far, I've seen nothing that good or play calling, any of that sorts, out of the coaching staff with Mike Kafka, Brian Dable, and I've yet to see the offensive line being fixed. That has to do with Joe Shane. 3rd season opener in a row, we lose another one. 3rd season opener in a row with no touchdowns. 3rd season in a row, we're opening up looking like the same old Giants, struggling to score. And, if we couldn't even we kept up with the Redskins, my apologies, the Commanders, for all 4 quarters. It was 6-14. And then, it's like the defense they just couldn't hold it anymore. I mean, they've been out there for so long. Giants had plenty of opportunities, but you can't have Russell Wilson running for his life. And you cannot put in Jackson Dart thinking like he's the savior. Oh, man, let's get him in there for some reps. Yeah, but so what happened to Daniel Jones, right? Shell-shocked, never recovered, knowing that offensive line. But he looked pretty damn good today. But look, man, guys, stay tuned. I'll be backing up and running with more videos. Let's see what we do in week 2, man. We can't go in the Dallas Cowboys thinking we're just going to score 6 points and win a game. All right, guys. Until next time. Peace.